All right. Well, Mary, I appreciate your time as always to sit down and talk with me about just everything sports-wise and academics-wise. I guess I'll start with Matoaca today. Which sport is maybe like your favorite or the one you'd say you're like the best at?
My favorite is definitely cross country. I love the different courses we go to, the team aspect. It's always just so fun every cross country season. And then the weather is also beautiful. It's fall, the perfect weather, best time of the year for sure.
What's the camaraderie like with Matoaca cross country?
It's definitely a smaller team. We only have, I believe this year we had four girls, 4 to 5 girls. It depended on the day. But it was a very small girls team this year. But I feel like that made it more, we were all closer together. We were all very good friends. We knew each other really good. And then the boys team, they were a little bit bigger than us, but we all just were really good friends. And I feel like a smaller team, well, sometimes it's a little
Mhm.
tricky to score, but it's also really fun for practices and things.
Absolutely. With cross country, what would you say is like the hardships and the adversity that you've gone through? Like what would you say some of the most challenging aspects of the sport are?
Yeah, definitely the different courses are definitely hard. You don't
Mhm.
know what you're going to be running each day. You know, you have your hills, then you've got flat courses, and then weather plays in a really big role. But then also specifically for Matoaca, we've had a lot of different coaches. Since I was a freshman, I've had 3 different coaches. So I know it's been crazy, a lot of different coaching styles, different techniques to get used to. So that's definitely been something that I've had to learn how to get used to. It's just different people telling me what to do and coaching me, but it's been really fun.
I feel like that kind of helps like you kind of grow and develop, you've kind of learned about yourself that like, yes, I can go out and I can learn these new coaching styles. I know how to apply these different coaching styles. So I feel
Oh
like that can be
yeah,
really beneficial.
definitely. It definitely is. Yeah, I know like what works
Mhm.
best for me based on everything that I've tried out.
Absolutely. School, what's your favorite subject?
My favorite subject right now, I'm in a sports med class. That's probably my favorite. I love learning about it. We're doing a nutrition unit right now, which is really interesting and exciting. Just combining the two words.
Yeah, right. What do you really like about like sports medicine? Is that like something you want to do after high school?
I think I want to kind of go somewhere in that area. I wanted
Mm.
to be like a dietitian or sports nutritionist or
Yeah.
a physical therapist, but then I've also kind of want to do marketing, so somewhere in
Mhm.
that kind of
Right.
field. So I don't know, just I'll do a few different decisions.
Right. I like senior year, March of your senior year. It's a very crazy time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Sports values. What are some of your favorite sports values? Are you someone who really likes leadership qualities? Are you someone who really likes, competing? Like, what would you say some of your favorite sports values are?
Yeah, I definitely think that teamwork is a very important sport quality. And I mean, track and cross country and swim, they're all very individualistic sports. You know, you run your own races, you have your own times you want to hit, but also you have to work together to kind of encourage each other. Like on practices, you'll be doing repeats and things, and it's really important for the team to motivate each other to be able to get the work in. Because I know when I'm running by myself, it's much harder to get the work done than when I'm with a team who's there to motivate me and help push me and really get me to those times that I'm trying to hit. So definitely teamwork.
For indoor track, you just placed in the top 10 at the state meet, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What was that whole experience like getting to compete at states and just getting to kind of really compete with the best in class five?
Yeah, it was very exciting. We started the race and there was a lot of girls running and they had some really good times. So I wasn't expecting anything crazy, like nothing crazy, no crazy results. But I just went out and I was running and I felt really good, so I kept pushing it and the time turned out to be really nice. So that was really fun, really exciting.
Was that just like really just like a great way to kind of end your indoor career was to just like be able to go out and see your name up on that state screen?
For sure, yes. The best way it could have ended. It was a great day for racing.
Absolutely. What extracurriculars do you do kind of outside sports and outside school?
Yes, so I'm in a few clubs at school. I'm in Girls in STEM club and then I'm in DECA club and we just had a state DECA club competition I think it was the end of February. We went
Mhm.
to Virginia Beach for a competition weekend. That was really fun. I do I'm in FBLA club, which is Future Business Leaders of America. That's a really interesting club. And then with the All Stars program, I've done a few. I've worked some races, like the Tacky Light Run race, the CarMax
Hmm.
Tacky Light Run. Me and my sister went and volunteered. We passed out cookies at the cookie stop. That was really fun. And then I've just run some different races and
Hmm.
for around the area. So yeah, just a bunch of things.
Awesome. Looking at All Stars, how did you kind of find out about the program? How did it kind of come up on your radar?
Yeah, my swim coach told me about it, and I was like, "Oh, this is really interesting." I was like, "This is really cool." And then she ended up nominating me, and I was very happy for that, or put my name in to get I don't know how exactly it works, but somehow I got nominated, which was really awesome. And so I got the application to fill out, and I was like, "Oh, I really want to do this." So I worked hard on the application, and then I got in. I was very excited because it's a really awesome program, very, very great.
For sure. What's the experience been like in it so far? I know you guys have had all your sessions and everything, and you've gotten to kind of meet some athletes from, just outside the Chesterfield area. What's the experience been like getting to know some of these other scholar athletes while at the same time kind of learning about some different stuff?
Yeah, it has been really awesome. I've met a bunch of different people from crazy different sports. It's been really exciting. And then I've learned a ton about active living.
Hmm.
Like, we have had different sessions, and I learned that not everyone has the same experiences around the area. I thought, all public schools, they're pretty similar, but now I know that there are some schools have, nicer things, and some schools don't have the best access to these
Yeah.
things. So it's just been very eye-opening.
Do you think like your definition of what active living like is has kind of changed since you've been in the program and you've kind of learned a bit more about that definition?
Yes, for sure. I used to think active living, getting out and exercising and having a set workout routine. But now I know that it can just be going for a walk or being able to ride your bike on the side of the road or, doing little things that can just kind of help you actively live and going for walking meetings. I never knew that was a thing before sports
Yeah,
backers.
absolutely. Do you have a favorite session?
Um, I think unfortunately I just had to miss the last session that we had,
Mhm.
which was the they had talked with student or
Yeah, I think it
college
was the,
athletes.
yep,
I know
that one.
I unfortunately had to miss that one, but I think my favorite one so far has been we went to Sportable and we got to learn about different living sessions in different areas, and then we got to try out the basketball wheelchairs. Those were really cool, and I think that's been my favorite session so far.
Have you been working on your capstone project?
Yes, my group actually, we just finished ours last weekend, so
What's
that
your
was
capstone
awesome.
project kind of about, if you can tell me anything about
Oh
that?
yeah. We went to Harry E. James Elementary School in Hopewell and
Hmm.
we redid their whole blacktop. So
Oh.
we patched some of the bigger cracks and then we got rid of all the weeds on the blacktop and then we repainted the basketball hoop lines. We added some four squares, some twister, and then we redid they had a map of the United States, so we repainted that. And then we added some hopscotch sections. So it was very fun. It was really cool.
My last question just for you today is a little bit of a two-parter. Do you have any mentors and coaches that have been really important to you? And just how excited are you to kind of, graduate from Matoaca knowing like you did all this stuff and you got to kind of really help your community?
Yes, so I'll start with the first one.
Hmm.
My coaches, I mean, I've had a ton, and I look up to all of them because each coach has really shown me different things about not only sports but also life. But I think the coaches I look up most to were my past coaches, Coach Emily and Coach John. They, Coach Emily, she works a full-time job and she is very good at it. She is very organized, even in practice. She would write out our workouts and have our times we needed to hit for each individual person, and everyone's time was different. And so she's just very organized, a very good leader, and I really respect that of her. And then Coach John, he not only coaches us, but he also I think he runs his own gym. That's what I want to say. And he's just is very he knows a lot about working out and what muscles and what's good to eat and how much sleep you should get. So they've just been I really look up to them. And then the second part about graduating Matoaca, I'm just wait, what was it? Graduating
Yeah,
Matoaca.
like knowing like how much you like did at your school and did in the
Yes.
community as you kind of graduate from Matoaca this spring.
Yes, I know. I'm a little bit excited to graduate. Senioritis is real. But yeah, I'm glad that I was able to kind of leave my name at the school so people can kind of remember me, but also so they
Mhm.
can kind of follow my lead and hopefully continue to kind of help out the community and really give back to the community because that's very important.
Do you know where you're going to college yet?
I think I'm gonna go to tech, but I just have to narrow down my decision.
I totally get that. It took me till the end of March, early April when
Oh
I was
yeah.
in high school to decide. I totally get it. I appreciate your time so much today. Is there
Oh,
anything else you'd like to add?
I think that's about it.
Awesome. Hold on, give me un momento.